Hi everyone, it's Adriana and today I'm gonna teach you how to make my homemade crackers recipe using cassava flour instead of regular flour. Cassava flour is much healthier, it is naturally gluten-free and grain-free, and it gives the crackers a really good crunch. We're gonna season our crackers with tomato and oregano, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make them. When I was developing this recipe, I had you in mind. I wanted to make it vegan and paleo friendly. I didn't want to have to use any eggs. And most important, I really wanted to give the crackers a crunchy, crispy texture, just like crackers made with regular flour do. You guys know it's hard to achieve that texture with grain-free flours, but let me show you how it's possible. So let's preheat our oven to 300 degrees. We're gonna mix everything in one large bowl. So add the cassava flour. The next ingredient is optional, and I'm adding ground flax seeds. I like the taste of flax, and I think it gives the crackers a more wheat-like taste, but again, this is optional. Season the mixture with salt. I'm using Himalayan salt and garlic powder. Next, I'm adding baking soda and cream of tartar. The two combined is the same as adding baking powder, but when you buy baking powder at the store, most of them contain aluminum, potato or corn starch, and some other additives that I try to stay away from, so it's much easier for me to make my own, but feel free to use any baking powder that you have at home. Next, add oregano. You guys know I'm a huge fan of oregano. It's full of antioxidants, it's anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and I just love the taste. Give it a quick mix just to combine the ingredients, and in a separate bowl, we're gonna add the wet ingredients. I'm using a scale, but you can measure your amounts using measuring cups and spoons. So add olive oil, water, and tomato paste. The tomato paste and the oregano together, they give the crackers a great pizza-like flavor. It's a mild pizza flavor, but it's so good. Whisk these ingredients together and add it to our flour mixture. I'm gonna mix this with my spatula just to get it started. Then use your hands and mix it until the dough comes together. This is a very easy and nice dough to work with. Roll the dough in between two pieces of parchment paper, and we want to make a square. I like to get it started with my hands, and I find that it's much easier to shape it. Then with my rolling pin, I roll the dough from edge to edge until it's very thin, about 1/8 inch thin. Just be sure that your dough is thin and even throughout. Slide it into your baking sheet, and with a pizza cutter or knife, slice the dough into small squares, about 1 inch per square. We're gonna let this bake for 40 minutes, then remove it from the oven and separate the pieces so there's space in between them. And return the pan to the oven and bake it for another 15 minutes. We're doing this so that the moisture in the crackers dry out, and that is the secret to making these homemade cassava flour crackers crunchy and crispy. When your crackers come out of the oven, sprinkle the top with some more salt and oregano. The dough is not very salty, so it's good to add a little bit more on top. I like to store these at room temperature in an airtight container, and they last a very long time. This crunchy texture is one of the things that makes me most excited about these crackers. Look how crunchy they are. Can you hear it? Plus that mild pizza flavor from the tomato and oregano are so good. These homemade crackers are great eaten on their own as a healthy snack, or with some hummus, guacamole, or along with soups and salads. I am really hoping that you make these homemade crackers using cassava flour very soon. They are so easy to make, as you can see. And guys, after you make them, take a photo of your crackers, post it on my blog along with your review, and let's inspire a lot of people to make them. And tell me if you want me to make more variations, more flavors of these crackers. I was thinking that a maple cinnamon flavor, a little bit sweet, would be amazing. So let's chat in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next week.